Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back. It's your girl Jazz, and today I am reviewing the PrinCube. Now, what is this exactly? It is a mobile printable cube. Pretty much what the name says. I haven't used this at all, so I'm very, very curious on how it works. So we've got a little cube, and as you can see, it's set up very similar to a printer. I actually ordered this maybe a year and a half ago, and it's just now coming in. I originally ordered it off of Indiegogo, so I don't even remember how much I paid for it exactly. But they do have it currently for sale for the general public, and once I see whether it works or not, you're supposed to be able to print on anything and everything possible. They do have two different types of inks. I got the ink, at least I'm assuming, because I don't see anything regarding whether it's permanent ink or not. They have two different types of inks, which is they call the standard ink, which obviously if you're going to use it on paper or something that isn't going to be touched too often, you shouldn't have any issues with it. But if you want something obviously permanent, you're going to have to upgrade to that type of ink. So this is the top view of it, and you really can't see it right now. I barely can see it myself, and it's, you know, holding it up like this close to my face. There are three little lines right here on each side of the power button. That's what they call indicators, so whenever you're printing, you can know pretty much what's going on with it. And we're going to open up the bottom view. Oh, that's what it looks like. So this is the bottom view. And it has, let me see exactly. So this is where the ink is obviously going to go. The optical sensor, which is this right here. So we have open and lock. I'm not sure what that is too. I'm assuming it's going to be for the case. Okay, so it's off and it's open. Oh, so that way you can obviously remove the ink, right? I have a feeling I'm gonna end up breaking this thing. Not intentionally, of course, but this is what happens when I get a hold of electronics. It is open. Ah, there it goes. Huh. So this is what's gonna be opening, in case you're wondering. And I didn't break it. I'm so proud of myself. Well, here goes nothing, guys. And we just slide it in. Easy peasy, maybe not. Okay, so you are going to have to press it down to get over the little hump that they have in there for the ink. And I've already got ink on my finger. So there is legitimate ink in here. We're gonna lock it and it's set. Alright guys, so I tried connecting it to my phone, to my cell phone, which I normally do with a lot of devices. However, you're going to need the internet and connect it to your Wi-Fi as well. And it was not working well with my phone because I'd had to disconnect the internet to be able to connect through the PrinCube. So, a little frustrating, so I decided to go ahead and stick it out with the computer only. So, I don't know why the app was not working. Downloaded it, had some trouble, so like I said, I decided to go ahead and do it on the laptop. So if you have any trouble connecting it through your phone or anything like that, I suggest connect it up to your laptop or computer using the USB. Let me get this ink off me.
Here's something I found on Wikipedia. In 1776.
I have a feeling by the end of this video, my hands are going to be covered in ink. So this should be fun. Alright guys, so as I mentioned, I went ahead and I set up the app. I'm not able to download it on the phone, but I went to the code that was provided on the instructions, and this is pretty much what the screen looks like. So we're going to test out this test print that they have, which is pretty much what looks like Pac-Man eating 3 dots. So we're going to go ahead and print that and see what happens. Okay, it's going to make me print out both of them, but we're going to go ahead and do that. As you can see, it's uploaded onto this device here. Let me double check, make sure I'm doing everything correctly. I'm just going to go ahead and wing it at this point because I'm not exactly sure. And that's pretty much how I do everything. So I'm going to unplug it. And print it out. Not sure exactly how this is going to work, but we're going to see. Is that how you print? Nope, that's not how it's working. So it says upload has succeeded. Okay, so it seems like it's working, but it's not working at the same time. Obviously, I'm gonna need to play with it a little bit. So I just did Stay Jazzy, and that's how it came out. This is my first time printing, so I do know that there's going to be some trial and error with this. I'm gonna try it again and see what happens. Nope, didn't do nothing that time. Okay, so it is coming out better each time I do it. So this is the very first time that I did, or obviously you see some little test areas, but this is the first time it actually printed out anything. The second time, and then the third time. So each time it is coming out better. This is the first time that I've used it, period. So the ink obviously needs a little bit of adjustment. So this should be interesting. So I found a cute little infinity logo just to try and test out something that I've downloaded from the internet to see how well it prints out. Again, I'm taking the ink for a little bit of a trial and error, but I want to mainly see about the image. So that's what we're going to test out here. I've already uploaded it, moved it to the parameters that I need it to be, and uploaded it to print. So we're going to try it out now. Nope, it didn't do it right. It's not coming out right. I wonder if I do it this way. Nope, that didn't work. Okay, so I tried to do from right to left to see if it printed out that way. It did not, so you have to go from left to right. And it seems like something's not right with the ink. Do you know it came with a brush, a cleaning brush? We're going to try that and see. Where is this cleaning brush? Oh, there it goes. All right, so I adjusted the, I told you guys I'm going to have ink all over my hands by the end of this video. I kind of scrubbed it a little bit with a cotton ball to clean off some of the ink, and I was able to get a perfect image finally. So it's just a little infinity heart with a dog, with the heart and a paw print on it. Let me see if I can enlarge the image just a little. Let's see if it'll work again. Nope, didn't work right that time. The ink doesn't seem like it's coming out as smooth as it should. But here is the larger image that I printed. Now again, this is the first time, so I know that there's going to be some trial and error on this. But I'm kind of concerned about the way the ink is coming out, because that definitely has nothing to do with user error. And it did say that there was a cleaning brush that came with the device. And I don't have it. I didn't see it anywhere. But if it's printing like this on just plain Jane white piece of paper, that you can get, you know, from printers or wherever. I'm not sure how well if I were to print something on my laptop or any other surface that I want to, because it does advertise that you're able to use any type of surface and it's going to be able to print. Now, whether it's going to stay, of course, depends on the ink that you use. And to be honest, the ink is not cheap. And we, as using a printer, we already know that ink isn't cheap, period. I can easily spend anywhere between $50 to $100 on my regular printer, you know, my regular everyday printer. From the website, because I don't remember how much I spent on using it through Indiegogo, but I know it wasn't that expensive. Maybe about 150-ish. Again, this is just ballpark numbers since it's been so long since I've ordered it. Bundle packages, you can get you get everything that I got here, as well as permanent ink. It's going to run you $300. Now, if you want what I believe is the standard ink, that's going to be $279. So we're looking at a $20 difference between permanent and regular ink on that one. I don't know if you can go just to Staples, Office Depot, Walmart, Amazon, and buy the ink directly, or if you have to go straight through PrinCube. That I have yet to find out. Now, the ink by itself for permanent ink is $100. So one of these cartridges for printer ink is going to be $100. Now, if you want the standard ink, which, as I said, I believe is what I have, is going to be $79. And if you want just the device itself, which I think is kind of pointless if you don't have any ink, it's going to be $229. I'm unsure on how I feel about this right now, because with something like this, obviously, something's not printing out right. I know it's going to take a couple of more tries to be able to see what all I can print on. So I'm going to do a follow-up video in about a month after I've probably used up all the ink. Because more than likely that's what it's going to take. And show you some of the things that I've printed out since then, whether I've gotten better at printing or whether this thing needs to go back. And it doesn't seem like it matters how quickly I print as far as how well the ink goes, because I did these two pretty slowly and you can still see some red ink versus the black ink, which is exactly what it's supposed to be, is black ink. If I can get it to work, I think this is absolutely amazing. It's great. Portable printer, you can print on just about anything. You can print on anything, although I'm pretty sure it has to be a smooth surface on it. That's the only catch to it, because if I were to print on my keyboard over here, I'm not sure how well it'll transfer over with the toggles. But as I mentioned, I'm going to test this out for a little while and figure out the kinks that I have obviously stumbled upon and give you an update in about a month or so. So if you have any questions in the meantime, please let me know. I can go ahead and answer them in the second video. And if you have one of these, please, please, please share any and all tips. They are greatly appreciated. Make sure you subscribe to Jazzy Reviews as well as my other YouTube channel, Jazzy Foods. In the meantime, stay tuned and stay jazzy. Thanks for watching, guys.